Hello Year 3, Mrs Norris here on Wednesday the 20th of May with your English lesson, day 3 this week. I hope you've enjoyed what you've done so far. I really enjoyed seeing some very disgusting and very creative things and sentences that trolls like to eat. Not very nice at all, I have to say. Anyway, let's have a little look about what today's lesson's all about. So here we go. I can use an adverb at the start of a sentence, so continuing with our work from yesterday, but a slightly different angle I want you to think about today. Our SPAG activity, what the part of the writing journey is. Let's see if you are better with your retrieval activity today. Identifying some adverbs in sentences and then using your knowledge to write some sentences that will engage the reader. And of course, magpieing and collecting any words that you think you like and that you could use maybe at the end of the week. Okay. SPAG starter today. I have got some sentences for you to have a go at. You don't need to write them all out in full. You can just put the number and which word you think is the right word. So here are some examples at the top. Our focus on homophones today: there, and there. If you need to go back to the little clip from yesterday, please feel free to do so. Remind yourselves first of all, but those 3 examples at the top should hopefully help you. So pause the video here while you have a go at choosing the right there, or there. Okay then, here are your answers, so pause so you can check them off. See how you've got on. Okay, so continuing with our fact file work today, and the part of the learning journey that we are on now is the writing skills part. So developing our sentence structure, being a little bit creative, using our imagination, and focusing this week on the openings of your sentences. Can you get a whiteboard and pen, or your book and a pen, and can you have a go? Try not to look back at yesterday's and see how many keys to success that you can identify that need to go into a fact file. So pause the video here while you have a go. Okay, let's have a look then. How did you get on? I'm not going to read through every single one today because this will be the 3rd time now we've gone through. So pause and use it as a checklist for you to go through. Okay, I will use this and put into a Word document for you for tomorrow and Friday's lesson. And this should help you when you are starting to do your planning and then your actual writing this week. There we are. We had our text all about trolls and highlighted some of the sentence starters. There's 2 different types on here, and we concentrated mostly on the adverb ones that are giving some additional information. Today's focus is on the adverbs that will help create a sense of engagement for the reader themselves. So let's have a look. I've got an extract here. I want you to read through the extract, identify the adverbs, and then write them down. So pause while you complete that. Okay, here are your answers. So the key words that are the adverbs before the comma are interestingly, amazingly, and surprisingly. So creating a sense of suspense for the reader and what might be written thereafter. Let's have a little look then. Today's activity, I've kept the structure the same for you, so it makes it familiar. I've pinched or magpied 3 of the words from the text: interestingly, amazingly, surprisingly. There are lots more adverbs that you can use. to help you within your writing, and I think I've put it on the next page for you. No, I'll put it along, I'll move it along for you. And a series of steps for you to read through and follow through. So let's model that for you. Where do trolls live? Well, I've decided that my troll's going to live in a cave, and a cave that is murky and cold and dark. Number 2, write a list of what the place looks like. Use your senses to explore this idea. So I know that my cave is dark, and it smells really damp, and the rocks are very cold to touch. So again, you will list down lots of ideas here. This is just my for example. Now explain what other things might be interesting about trolls. So you can, again, as an element of creativity here, so you're going to build up a fact for the end of your fact file that's the best fact that you have, that no one will ever know about trolls. So that's the next step. So we'll jump to step 5 here. To remember to be as creative as possible because you're the experts, and then write your sentence using your adverb at the start. So here's my adverb. Remember to put a comma after your adverb, and there's my comma. So interestingly, trolls choose to live in cold and murky caves that smell damp. This is probably because humans prefer to be warm, so they are less likely to be disturbed. So I've added on another sentence there to give some extra information, but the two are connected, and I've used some conjunctions here so that it joins the information together and extends this little paragraph here. Okay, so going back up to number 3 and 4 and 5, what else do you think people might want to know about trolls? So we did, what do they eat? We're going to do a little bit of a description about where they live. What else do we want to know? Do they wear clothes? Do they have a job? Do they go to troll school? Do they drive a vehicle? So have a little play around with another heading, in a sense, that is. Yesterday's heading was about food and what they eat. Today's heading is about where they live. So when we're thinking about our keys to success, that's our question that is asking, that is saying, where do they live? Have a think about what other questions. Okay, so that's just getting you to put that in your mind's eye, ready for our learning on Thursday. Okay, so I've screenshot here some other useful adverbs, but please pick and choose the ones that are going to be engaging and effective to engage the reader with something really interesting that you have to say about your troll. Okay, that will be saved on Google Drive, but start first and foremost with these 3 that we've magpied from the text. Okay, so here, magpie the adverbs that you might use. So underneath here, write those 3 that we have got. Let's see if I can copy them across. And paste them there. Okay, add to your magpie wall. So that's the end of today's lesson. I hope you will have fun, or have had fun, creating some really interesting places that trolls live, and thinking about what other interesting information we might want to know about, or you might think people might want to know about trolls. So I hope you got on really well using adverbs. Tomorrow's lesson is going to be planning your fact file. So again, coming back to start thinking about some other interesting things you want people to know about trolls. Okay, thank you Year 3 for working hard again. Look forward to doing some planning of these amazing fact files about trolls tomorrow. Bye bye.